Hi. Okay. I know everyone must be super, super hungry. So are we. So we'll try to keep this interesting enough so that you can stay up. Um, I can see that our time seems to have been cut down to 30 minutes, but we'll try and take more. I'm going to actually request each one of you to just speak a little, just 2 minutes each, on what you do, business-wise, musically, artist-wise. We'll start with you, Ayush.
Sure. So I run this conference called Rise Dell. It's a mix of creators, entrepreneurs, and musicians in a single platform. Prior to that, I worked with Zomato for 5 years. I was mainly heading the programming for Zomaland, and I also helped them curate the Feeding India concert. But yeah, primarily my experience has been in artist bookings and talent booking for last 15 years or so. Yeah.
Great. Akhil?
ओ जितनी हंसिए मुलाकातें उनसे भी प्यारी तेरी बातें हैं सुन मेरे हम सफर तो मैं ये करता हूँ मेरा नाम है अखिल सचदेवा और यू गाइस नो मी बाय द नेम ऑफ नशा बॉय एज वेल मुझे नहीं पता दुनिया क्या करती है मुझे नहीं पता ये यहाँ पर जो आज हो रहा है उसका फाइनली आउटकम मेरे लिए क्या है पर मुझे इतना पता है मैं इसका एक हिस्सा हूँ मैं सिर्फ संगीत करना जानता हूँ सिर्फ अपनी आर्ट में घुसा रहना जानता हूँ और कोशिश करता हूँ कि अपनी आर्ट से आप लोगों के इमोशंस के साथ थोड़ा बहुत हेर फेर कर पाऊँ और कोशिश कर पाऊँ आपका जीवन में थोड़ा बहुत बेटरमेंट रुलाऊं भी हंसाऊं भी पर सिर्फ अपने म्यूजिक में ही रहता हूँ और बाकी टीम संभाल लेती है सो थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू से बट जस्ट here to do music all my life.
Don't worry. We'll make sure that when the panel finishes, everyone's got what they need from you. Please go ahead, Naya.
Am I supposed to perform a poem now? Hi, everybody. My name is Nayab. I'm a spoken word artist, a poet, a storyteller. I started writing, I think, about 15 years ago. I was in school, never knew where it was heading. Never knew that if this will be a field where I could perform and make money out of. I always felt कि ठीक है अखबार में एक कॉलम आ जाएगा किसी दिन and that would be it. Thank God to social media. Thank God to live events and thank God that I sort of one day got on stage and started performing. Most of you don't know this, that I also sort of did background jobs about artist management and whatnot until I was not making my bread and butter from poetry. But now, it's been 3 years. All I do is perform poetry, do storytelling. As Akhil said, that's all I know and that's all I do. Try to touch hearts and whatnot.
Super. Tej, please.
Thank you.
My name is Tej. I head festivals at Nodwin Gaming. Some of the festivals that people might be familiar with are NH7 Weekender, Comic Con, and DreamHack. That's what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years. Prior to that, in another lifetime, I was an artist manager. So, thanks for the invite again. Happy to be here.
Paradox.
हेलो नमस्ते मेरा नाम तनिष्क है एज नोन एज पैराडॉक्स मैं 21 साल का हूँ और मैं दिल्ली से हूँ मैं लिखता हूँ गाता हूँ और बस हाँ गाता भी हूँ सोता भी हूँ यस यस तो बेसिकली आई एम एन आर्टिस्ट और मेरे को म्यूज़िक करना बहुत पसंद है और बस दैट्स व्हाट आई लव यस
Super. And Subir.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Subir Malik. I play for a band called Parikrama and rock and roll. And that's my passion and my profession is basically I started an artist management company, I think about 35 years ago. And we manage a lot of strictly independent artists and all genres, but yeah, independent artists and bands, mainly because I'm passionate towards bands, so I only manage bands. And that's about it, yeah. It's been a long time in the industry and having a great time. Thank you.
Super. Thank you so much. So, one of the things that, I think in the earlier panels also we've been hearing is there is an organizer's dilemma and there's an artist's dilemma. And in most cases, one is not thinking about the other, right? So since we have a panel here, which is a mix, I'm going to start with you, Akhil, because, you pretty much have been singing and become popular with one of the most popular genres called Bollywood. How challenging do you feel it is? And I mean, I know of your journey over the years. In today's scenario, do you really feel that you can continue to be an artist who can take his time to grow? Or do you feel that you've got to really, start justifying the money you ask, or even, from the consumer or the organizer?
मुझे माइक नहीं दिया आपने, बाकी सबको माइक दे रखा है। चलिए जी, मैं थोड़ा सा, मेरे पास टाइम है थोड़ा बहुत,
Yeah, you have 2 minutes.
2 minutes। ओहो, चलिए ठीक है। तो आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ यू गाइज मस्ट बी नोइंग इट, इस हमारी इस जनरेशन का मैं कहूँगा कि मैं सबसे पुराना खिलाड़ी हूँ। अगर सुबीर सर, उसके बाद जो जनरेशन आई है, आई थिंक मैं तब की बात कर रहा हूँ 2010 2011, जब ऑनेस्टली हिंदी म्यूजिक को कुछ समझते भी नहीं थे, बट समहाउ ईश्वर ईश्वर है और उसने एक वो राह दिखाई। और व्हेन आई गॉट ऑन टू द स्टेज एंड थिंग्स जस्ट चेंज, नॉट फॉर मी, फॉर एवरीबडी अराउंड, एंड आई एम सो ब्लेस्ड दैट आई कुड इंस्पायर लॉट ऑफ पीपल बाय जस्ट बीइंग एट इट, बाय कीप डूइंग व्हाट आई डू, एंड दैट्स म्यूजिक, परफॉर्मिंग विद ऑल माय पैशन एंड परफॉर्मिंग इन हिंदी। मैं बहुतों को जानता हूँ यहाँ पर यार, ऐसा लग रहा है कि सबको वो जर्नी पता है मेरी। मैं ऑनेस्टली सिर्फ ये बात कहना चाहूँगा, एंड आई वांट टू स्पीक इन हिंदी बिकॉज दैट्स माय जॉनर इज, दैट्स व्हाट माय लैंग्वेज इज। और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने जीवन में शुरुआत कभी भी मैनेजमेंट के साथ नहीं करी। एक तो मैंने खुद ही अपने आप को मैनेज किया। ये वो वाला टाइम है जब सोशल मीडिया नहीं थी, और तब भी मैं सिर्फ फोकस करता था। पीपल यूज्ड टू लव मी फॉर माय परफॉर्मेंस, द काइंड ऑफ परफॉर्मर आई एम। और बहुत लोगों ने, इंक्लूडिंग लॉट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजर्स, लॉट ऑफ फेलो आर्टिस्ट, lot of the whole lot of world felt that my time is done, I'm just there for some time, so all I needed to do was focus on myself. That's been my seed since the beginning, और मेरी कोशिश ये रहती है मैं सिर्फ संगीत करूं। मैं आज तक सोशल मीडिया नहीं समझ पाया, और मुझे लगता है कि उसके लिए आपकी एक टीम होनी चाहिए डेडिकेटेड। आप सोशल मीडिया पे आप कुछ भी कर लें, ये जो भी बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होते हैं, मुझे जनरली ये लगता है कि आप कुछ भी कर लें, अगर आपका कंटेंट वो हार्ड नहीं है, अगर वो कंटेंट में वो बात नहीं है, वो रूह नहीं है ना, तो आपकी टीम कुछ भी कर ले, आप सिर्फ टेम्पररीली ऊपर जा सकते हैं, वो भी दुनिया की नज़र में या सिर्फ अपनी एक झूठी नज़रों में। पर आपको अपनी आर्ट के डीप जाना चाहिए, और मुझे वहाँ से आज तक कोई नहीं हटा पाया। मेरे को किसी को जवाब नहीं देना, मैं सिर्फ अपने आप को जवाब देता हूँ। और मैं रोज दिन रात, अभी भी यहाँ से जाऊँगा, स्टूडियो में जाके गाने ही बनाऊंगा। That's what the future is. That's what the thing is. अगर आपके पास गाने हैं as a musician,
So you're basically saying you're not getting affected by all the
not at all.
noise around.
It affects you. It affects you definitely when you see. That's why I stopped seeing. मैं देखता ही नहीं हूँ, मैं दूसरों पे ध्यान नहीं देता हूँ, मुझे सिर्फ अपने आप को बढ़ाना है honestly। और मुझे लगता है कि, और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे गाने जो हैं, मेरे जितने भी गाने हुए हैं, वो मेरी माँ की ब्लेसिंग्स हैं कि वो आज तक एवरग्रीन ही रहे हैं और आगे भी एवरग्रीन रहेंगे, मुझे पता है। तो मैं 10 में से 1 अच्छा गाना नहीं बनाना चाहता, मेरे को 10 में से 10 अच्छे गाने बनाने हैं। वही गाने आपको लेके जाएंगे। सॉन्ग्स आर योर फ्यूचर। बाकी अगर आपके सॉन्ग्स आपके पास है, देन यू हैव द राइट टीम। It's their job. It's not my job. It's their job to make sure where I need
So
to
there
reach.
is a role for a management to play.
Where is role of a management?
Yeah.
They have to be in line with my vision. That's what's more important. मैं ऐसा कोई आर्टिस्ट नहीं होगा जिसने 10-11 साल खुद को मैनेज किया है। सुबीर सर knows my story. मैंने अपने आप को मैनेज करा तो शायद मेरे को खुद ऐसा लगा कि अपन ही मैनेजर है, ऐसा वाला फीलिंग आया। बट देन आई रियलाइज आर्टिस्ट हूँ यार, आर्टिस्ट की तरह जीना चाहिए, और इससे कोई खूबसूरत चीज़ नहीं है जब आप एक आर्टिस्ट की तरह जीते हैं। मुझे सच्ची में सिर्फ सांस लेना, खाना और गाना बनाना पसंद है। बाकी काम मैनेजमेंट के अगर नहीं करेंगे, देन आई वाज अ मैनेजर बिफोर एज वेल। सो तो फिर मेरे को पता है उनको जवाब कैसे देना। बट आई थिंक आई एम विद द राइट हैंड्स राइट नाउ, एंड फाइनली आई फाउंड अ टीम। They have to do what my vision is because I'm very passionate. The passion has to be alive. All these things will be taken care of no matter what. You have to have that thing in you.
Superb.
That's all I can say.
No,
एक बार
that's
तालियां
great.
हो जाए हाथ ऊपर करके थोड़ा सा।
So, Tej, you mentioned that you've been, I mean, some of the IPs that you mentioned, whether it's NH7 or Comic Con, specifically NH7 because music is a big part of that. What is your strategy of identifying which artists do you bring in for the next edition? Just to literally get into your head.
Sure. Look, I'll break it into two sort of buckets, right? There's domestic artists and there's international artists, right? So domestically, I think the single biggest thing that we look for is momentum. Who's having a big year, who's got records coming out, who's got the eyeballs right now, and that is going to kind of run all the way from the smaller, earlier slots, all the way up to your domestic headliners, right? Let's take a good example. Hanuman Kind is having a massive year, right? So he's an obvious no-brainer that we're going to go after, right? So that's kind of how we look at the domestic stuff. Now, internationally, I know that a lot of the, in conferences, always data and how do you use data and all of that kind of stuff, I mean, for us, India is a difficult market because an artist might be very big here in India, but the data might not show that exactly, So it's part intuition, it's part kind of, understanding who's going to be around, who's in the region already, and, what sort of expectations do they have financially, I mean, I think it's, the money is an important factor that can't be overlooked here because up until a couple of years ago, when we talked to international agents, would tell them, India is a growing market. I think you need to take a bit of a reduction on your financial expectation. But this is a very loyal market. If you come down here and you play, we're going to be able to scale you, in the years to come. Every agent saw Coldplay come down here and sell out, 5 stadiums and do 120,000 people, in shows. So the conversation is very different now,
So I mean, it's obviously what people don't realize is you can't repeat the formula every time, but the expectation is something you have to manage. Tell me, how much do the brands have a say in the kind of artists that you bring in?
0.
Super.
None.
That's amazing. That is good to hear.
The second we start doing that, we work for the brands now, and that's not how the dynamic needs to be. The brand needs to believe in your product and what it is that you're doing. And NH7 in particular has a 15-year legacy behind us. And we're very proud of being the front runners of the music festival circuit in India, the fact that we were able to, break new ground and bring this new experience, pretty much pan-India. We are so proud of all of the legacy and history and heritage that we have as a festival. So if a brand believes in that and wants to support us, we're happy to have them. The minute it becomes the other way around, where we're subservient to the brand, I think we'll find another partner.
And tell me this, and this might be a little sacrilegious that I'm asking. How much does a festival depend on the artists? I mean, I've always heard of NH7 being a happy weekender. Yes, there have been some artists that I've heard of which have come out of NH7, but is it artist heavy or is it experience heavy?
Okay, let me put it this way. You've got artists that are able to go and fill stadiums and do headline tours by themselves right now. Nuclear, Ritviz, Divine, Pratik Kuhad, Anuv Jain. These are all artists who got their first big stage opportunities at NH7. And
So
we're
you're
so
saying NH7
proud.
is bigger
We
than
are
the
so
others.
proud of providing a platform to enable that kind of growth, and seeing domestic artists be able to scale on that level has been an incredibly rewarding journey for us as a festival. So let's begin with that premise, right? I think in the early years, NH7 needed a few big names in order to attract the audience in, but as we continued on into the years, it became more about the feeling, the vibe, attending the festival, rather than it being a headliner-driven purchase, or motivation. Now that's changing, because we've got our very dear friends, without naming any names, it's a much more competitive landscape that we're operating in nowadays, So unless we're coming to bat with some big boys, we're gonna feel it,
So it's interesting. I think, like you said, there was a point where the festival was bigger than the artists, but now the time again has come where the festival has to justify its positioning by getting the big names. So
I'm gonna say it's a balance. We still pride ourselves on being a discovery festival. You will find the next Anuv Jain at NH7 playing the 3:00 slot. That will happen.
I have a follow-up question, but I'd like to kind of take it forward with others also. Paradox. I've seen your videos on YouTube, and I have to say you look much bigger there. And also you're wild, and you can see that you own the stage. it was a little shocking to know that my daughter is his age. So I got to go back and tell her that. But tell me, what's your, have you, first of all, sorry if I'm asking this question, have you performed at a festival?
Yes, I have.
And you've obviously been doing your own shows as well.
Yes.
As an artist, where do you see more, satisfaction?
मतलब सबसे पहले तो अभी आप सब जितने भी यहाँ पे बैठे हो सबसे कम एक्सपीरियंस मेरे पास है, बट इट्स नाइस एक न्यू कमर का पर्सपेक्टिव भी होना ज़रूरी है टेबल पे, मेरे को ऐसे लगता है. तो मैं थोड़ा उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से थोड़ा सा मैं डिस्कस करना चाहूँगा और फिर मैं वो सेटिस्फैक्शन वाली चीज़ पे भी आऊँगा. तो मेरे को ऐसा फील होता है कि जैसे जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था और मैं सिर्फ म्यूज़िक बना रहा था, जब मेरे को नहीं पता था कि शोज़ कैसे होते हैं, म्यूज़िक बिजनेस क्या होता है और ये सारी चीज़ें क्या होती हैं, तो मैं यूट्यूब पे थोड़ा बहुत तो चलो ब्रेनस्टॉर्म तो हम कर ही लेते हैं या देख लेते हैं, बिंज वॉच कर लेते हैं, बट इतना ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था. तो स्टार्टिंग में मेरे को ये वाले चैलेंजेस फेस करने पड़े हैं कि मेरे को लिटरली पता ही नहीं होता था कि क्या होने वाला है. कि चलो अब सॉन्ग चल गया, ठीक है, अब शोज़ आ गए कि अब आपको शो करने हैं और आपको लोग जानते हैं, आपके लिए लोग आएंगे सामने खड़े होने और आपने परफॉर्म करना है. तो वो जो फर्स्ट टाइम का एक्सपीरियंस होता है वो तो चलो ओवरवेलमिंग तो होता है पर्सनल बेसिस पे, बट बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव से मेरे को नहीं मालूम कि मेरे को क्या क्या चीज़ें करनी चाहिए और किस हिसाब से, क्या ऑर्गेनाइज़र का पर्सपेक्टिव होता है, क्या लोगों को क्या एक्सपीरियंस करना है और मुझे अपने आप को कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है. तो वो तो बाय टाइम धीरे धीरे और शोज़ करके मैंने मतलब काफ़ी सारी डिफ़िकल्टीज़ भी फेस करी और काफ़ी बीटियाँ भी हुई, मतलब मेरे टर्म में, जेंजी टर्म में बोलूँ तो. हाँ, तो पर वो सब करके फिर मेरे को चीज़ें पता चली काफ़ी सारी कि चलो अब ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है. तो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स हैं जो मतलब दे हैव मच मोर पोटेंशियल जो मैं देख पाता हूँ और मेरे को ऐसे बिलीव है. बट मेरे को ऐसे लगता है कि कुछ ऐसा भी होना चाहिए कि जो न्यू कमर आर्टिस्ट्स हैं, जो मतलब जो नए आर्टिस्ट हैं और जिनके अंदर पोटेंशियल है, तो मतलब शोज़ ऐसा ना हो कि सिर्फ कि आप जानते हो आर्टिस्ट को तो लोग देखने आ रहे हैं. शोज़ ऐसे भी होने चाहिए कि जहाँ पे आप आर्ट भी एक्सप्लोर कर पा रहे हो, आप पोटेंशियल आर्टिस्ट भी देख पा रहे हो. आप ऐसे नहीं कि सिर्फ आप बड़े नाम्स की, सिर्फ बिग नेम्स की वजह से आप शोज़ कर रहे हो. तो ऐसा भी कुछ क्रिएट होना चाहिए, मेरे को ऐसे लगता है. और हाँ जी, तो मेरा ये था.
You are being, you're managed by Saregama now.
Yes.
It's one of the oldest and the biggest labels. That is a huge, crown on your head. How much of creative freedom, because you said you write, you sing, you compose, आपको कितना अपने हिसाब से करने को मिलता है?
ऑलमोस्ट सब मैं अपने हिसाब से ही करता हूँ और दे आर अलाइंड और मतलब आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू देम, क्योंकि मेरे पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस भी थोड़े ठीक नहीं रहे हैं जैसे मैंने अभी बताया. तो बट फाइनली अब क्योंकि मेरे को भी पता है, क्योंकि मेरे को उन डिफ़िकल्टीज से और जो बैड एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं उनसे सीखना पड़ा. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि वो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा भी हो सकता था, मेरे को क्यों वो बैड एक्सपीरियंस लेना पड़ा. तो मैं बस वो पॉइंट यहाँ पे पॉइंट आउट करना चाह रहा हूँ, क्योंकि अब तो चलो सब अच्छा है, सारी चीज़ें मैं अपने हिसाब से कर लेता हूँ, सारी चीज़ें मेरे विजन है वो अलाइन रहते हैं, उन्हें गाने अच्छे लगते हैं तो हम गाने भी करते हैं. वैसे हम शोज़ ज़्यादा करते हैं उनके साथ, शोज़ काफ़ी हमने साथ में करे भी हैं. और जिस हिसाब से मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरा शो ऐसा दिखना चाहिए, उन चीज़ों पे भी हम वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं. पर काइंड ऑफ एक ना मतलब वो चीज़ है ही कि थोड़ा डिले होता ही है चीज़ों में, थोड़ा हमें समझनी पड़ती हैं चीज़ें कि वो प्रिसाइजली सारी चीज़ें ऐसे स्ट्रक्चर्ड नहीं है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. तो उन सारी चीज़ों पे भी काम होना चाहिए, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आनी चाहिए नए आर्टिस्ट के लिए भी. और अब जैसे मैं भी मतलब थोड़ा सा टाइम हुआ है मेरे को, बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं हुआ है, बट अब मेरे को और ग्रो करना है. तो ऐसी चीज़ें भी और होनी चाहिए कि आर्ट पे भी ज़्यादा फोकस हो, सिर्फ नेम्स के हिसाब से नहीं. क्योंकि मैंने बहुत बड़े बड़े भी ऐसे शोज़ अटेंड करे हैं जिसमें देख के वो उतना अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मेरे को नहीं मिला है. तो मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं करे, बट हाँ जैसे इंटरनेशनल शोज़ मैंने 1-2 करे हैं, मैं नाम तो नहीं लूँगा, बट मेरे को ऐसा लगा तो इंटरनेशनल शो है तो डेफिनेटली कुछ अलग होगा, क्योंकि इंडिया में तो हम शोज़ खुद भी करते हैं, देखते भी हैं, पर वो वाली चीज़, वो वाला फैक्टर नहीं था. तो इन सारी चीज़ों में मे बी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो सकता है या मे बी सिस्टमैटिक वेज हो सकते हैं, जो भी हो सकता है, बट यस, मेरा पॉइंट ये था.
Okay, makes sense. Subir, my question to you particularly is because you wear the hat of an artist, and you also run Parikrama Inc. What is it that you look in an artist when you decide to sign them? You said you generally like to sign on bands. So, what do you see that makes you feel I want to manage this band?
Basically, if I look at an act that I think has got talent and is mostly the acts that I've ever signed, I have never ever signed a successful act. I like to pick up artists when they are there and I see them and I think that this is the person that I can put. After signing them also, I first take 6 months before we announce. Like I just signed 3 bands yesterday, I won't tell you. So wait for 6 months. So first I make a strategy, how can I make that act different? Because if I'm gonna sign all bands that are similar to the bands that I already have, will be unfair as to what to sell. Whether there's a different price bracket or something. So there are a lot of factors.
Tell me something. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last when we spoke, you had some 20 plus bands that you represent. So when a client comes with a request, how are you being genuine to each of those artists to ensure that you're not pitching, because as a management, the more artists you have, the better your business works, right? So how do you balance that out?
See, business part, if I actually tell you, I still do not know what is my turnover, and I don't care. So it's really not about the thing. In fact, if any of my artists are, they'll know कि मैं हिसाब भी नहीं रखता. And none of my artists are signed. I don't believe in signing artists to my company on paperwork. So I've never signed an artist contract ever with any of my acts. I tell them the day you get anyone who can do a better job than me, please go. And you don't need to give me 30 days notice. Just one phone call or a message is enough. So my way of working is very, very different, Swamini. I guess how we can justify that is that, I do not just end up signing acts like, okay, let me just sign it. So once I get an artist, I introduce them at 2.5. When I can take them up to 5, 6, then I will add another 2, 3, which I can start at 1.5, 2, and so on, So that's how I end up doing things.
Naya, we're at a very interesting time now where music is not the only genre.
Yes.
Right? We have an artist who looks really good on social media, who wears a kurta with a sitar and is
Yes.
playing music for
Yes.
mental health.
Yes.
We have another artist, which I recently heard Eva Live is doing some 15-city tour.
Yes.
Rasika Das,
Ji.
who sings kirtans.
Ji.
And you do poetry. I mean, I think you're in the best time right now.
Yes.
But how much of it is sustainable? And have you been able to see a community that actually is growing and buying tickets for your shows?
Okay, wow.
Sorry.
As of today, in the past 2 years, we've sold more than 10,000 tickets in poetry.
Amazing, amazing.
And it's a solo show that I do. We've done zero PR, zero money out of our budget. So Parul is sitting here. Because
Your job is done, just the fact that
Yeah.
she's involved.
Right, because Parul has about 10 years of production experience, I guess. She runs a company called Tarashna, and she's the reason that everybody in the production knows that there is a poet who's doing something. Other than that, of course, we've quite a good number of followers who kind enough to buy tickets and come to the show. But at the end of the day, as Akhil said, as Paradox said, that on the table, if your content is good, followers will not matter. Trust me on that. It will not matter. If you do a good show today, everybody, 500 people, 20 people, 30 people have watched it, they'll go tell and, sort of people will flow. I have seen, there are artists who don't even put a single story and their shows are sold out. There are artists who are not even on Instagram and they're touring internationally. So that is also happening. So if you think that social media reach has to do something with it, of course, it has. But it's not the only thing. If your content is amazing, people will flow in. And then as the community grows, the community has always been there. the management has recently flown in. The attention has recently come to poetry. Of course, social media to the rescue for that. There was not.
What sorry to interrupt, but what I'm seeing very common between all the three artists on
Yeah.
this panel is they're giving a lot of value to the effort that's being put behind the scenes.
Yes.
And I think that's amazing because earlier we had managers who were essentially just booking dates.
Yes.
Yeah, and now the artists are realizing that, okay, you know.
I have one point to add to this. Okay, generally क्या होता है, आज जैसे आपने कहा आप 10 साल खुद को मैनेज कर रहे थे, मैं भी खुद को मैनेज कर रही थी, मैं अपने दोस्तों को बोल देती थी मेरे calls ले लो and all, but the professionalism that I see now and how people talk to me, that has changed massively. Like that, nobody would sort of expect a poet sitting here and giving gyan on how to make money. Poets have not been making that kind of money. I remember meeting Kumar Vishwas one day in a flight and he asked me, okay, how much do you charge? And I told him and he was shocked.
Yeah, you can say here.
He was like, okay, do people pay that to listen to spoken word? And there's one more person sitting in this room, Vibhor, and another one is Rajat. Okay, I have to tell this story. All of you, like, you know, if you see somebody who's, I'm just saying, do a few unsuccessful acts. शायद वो आपके लिए काम ना करें, but they will do great to an artist. I'll tell you, Vibhor paid me 6,000 for my first private event that I did in 2019, I guess. Rajat is my college senior. He just told Vibhor कि एक लड़की है, storytelling poetry करती है. They still have this amazing band called the Storytellers. I was 22, 23, I don't know. They put me in the center of a stage with the best. The lead singer was wearing a Ritu Kumar and I was wearing a West Side Caprice and I didn't know what the कि छतरपुर में कितनी बड़ी शादियां होती हैं. I had no idea. I'm from गंगानगर. मैं jeans पहन के शादी पे चली जाती हूँ. Like literally. And they put me on the stage and I'm in the center and I'm doing poetry in that worst outfit possible because Parul would have killed me if I wore that to a private event now. So I get that. But we both never said a thing. Encouraged me, paid me 6,000 in cash. My salary was 25K. I got almost 1/5 of it in one day. I was amazed. The hope that brought me, that kept me going for another, like, you know, kab aayega agla call, kab aayega. But that keeps you going. So if managers are hearing this and if there are organizers, you need to just sort of invest in an artist and it will take them somewhere. If you think they're good, it might not work out for you. It didn't work out for us very amazingly. Storyteller is doing great, but so am I. So, you know, it helped me. That one push kept me going for many months. And of course, then management does this amazing job and you go hand in hand with poems.
I think that's amazing when an artist in an open forum acknowledges it. I think that's amazing. Ayush, sorry to come last to you. You're doing something extremely interesting over the last 2 years. You said there are 2 editions of what you've done, where you're bringing artists and entrepreneurs under the same roof, and creators, right? And I think what's exciting here is, of course, in your mind, you have created an opportunity, but when these people come under the same roof, they possibly experience or have conversations that they didn't expect to have. What was your agenda initially, and have you seen any case studies that have converted?
Yeah, so I'll share something I think which happened recently. Villain and Rahul Ram were at Rise, and they were at the same panel. Okay, if you know both the artists, very very different. They were at the same panel. They ended up meeting there. They, you know, no one thought they would have connected because not the same vibe as artists. I think they've made 2 tracks. The management has made another track with Quran. I think that's the name of the artist. So multiple projects like that have come out of Rise, you know, and I think that's what we make these IPs for, and even like Shows of India. So it's all about connecting, and even if 4-5 stories or collaborations like that come out, I think, you know, we feel we're doing the right thing.
And you mentioned that you were earlier Avatar, you were a manager. Any anecdotes from there that you would like to share?
So, I mean, with the conversation which was going on, I feel, you know, when we used to book artists for Zomaland and all of that, a lot of it, like how Tej said that the artists had to be, you know, they need to be really current, they need to be legendary. We also used to aim for that, but our thing was that we need to do comedy, we need to do music artists, everything in like probably like a 40-50 lakh budget, you know. And the best thing about this was that artists used to be very receptive about lowering their fee because they knew that we are getting them a very different kind of audience which an NH7 won't get. So, you know, the ticket price here is 500 rupees. In that, you're getting to see a Divine, a Tanmay Bhatt, and a bunch of other upcoming artists. And the food, alcohol, all of that is there. So that I feel really needs to change if the artists want to make a switch from the private to like public shows. I think they need to understand that if they want to reach out to a larger audience or a different kind of audience, they need to play around with the fee a little bit. I feel that is very important, and I think that is changing, especially let's say for someone like a Jasleen. She was more of like a private wedding sort of an artist. But yeah, I mean, it's changed for her in a big way, you know, now.
Okay, so I'm going to use another 2 minutes, although we're almost getting out of time. But before I do that, any questions anyone has for the panel? Yeah, okay. So this is going to be more like a 1 word or a 3 word answer. What do you expect Rise to be in the next 3 editions? 3 editions.
I think expand across more cities, like be one of the, and I don't want to, sorry, it's a little longer answer. I don't want to make it like just the conference. I want to make it like a cultural sort of a thing where multiple events, parties are happening around the conference, like how it's there in ADE. It's a conference in Holland. So yeah, something of that scale.
Akhil, where do you see your next padhao, as they put it?
मैम पड़ाव नहीं है मैम. I definitely see as myself as one of the most genuine human being, genuine artist ever, who just know kindness, who just know honesty, and I make things from my heart. I will be there at the top, and that's my promise to my mom and myself. That's all and I'm just working hard towards it every day, every moment of my life. That's all. I don't care about anything else. Just focus, focus, focus. You will be, and I will be.
Amazing, amazing. Naya, 2 years, 10,000 tickets. Next 3 years.
Of course, stadium shows. Of course, I want poetry to see in big stadiums. Other than that, I would really like, more than myself, I would really like poetry to be very mainstream. It somehow struggles to get mainstream. And I wish, जैसे अभी गानों के बिना फिल्में नहीं बनती, मैं चाहती हूँ कविताओं के बिना बिना बने, क्योंकि इतनी खूबसूरत चीज़ है, हर जगह होना चाहिए इसको. So I just really want poetry to sort of, because it fits very well everywhere. I've done it at multiple places. You know, I've done it at malls. I've done it in. You want to say something?
No, you can.
Yeah, malls and places like everywhere. Everywhere we've done poetry, it's never a flop show. So more mainstream and stadium shows for myself.
मैं एक छोटी सी चीज ऐड करना चाहूँगा. आई थिंक सर ने भी मेंशन करा वेडिंग इंडस्ट्री से, वेडिंग से लेकर व्हेन यू शिफ्ट टू द, आई थिंक वो शिफ्ट नहीं होता. मुझे जनरली ये चीज़ कहनी है, क्योंकि जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, मैं वेडिंग इंडस्ट्री को बहुत बड़ा थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि लोग वेडिंग इंडस्ट्री को ऐसे ही मानते थे. 10-12 साल पहले जब हमने शुरू किया था, मेरे खुद के फैमिली रिलेटिव्स मुझे अच्छी नज़र से नहीं देखते थे. आज वही उसी वेडिंग में आके फ़ोटो खिंचवाना चाहते हैं मेरे साथ. तो मुझे लगता है वेडिंग्स आपको वो चैलेंज देती है जो पब्लिक शो नहीं देता आपको. टू बी ऑनेस्ट, मेरे बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस 99% of the shows have been successful in weddings because I make sure that it becomes a concert. And I perform like that. मैंने बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट देखे हैं जिन्होंने मना कर दिया था, और बहुत सारे दिग्गज आर्टिस्ट हैं, या फिर ऑन पेपर तो दिग्गज आर्टिस्ट हैं जिन्होंने बोल दिया था कि हम वेडिंग्स नहीं करते. एंड आई सी मीटिंग देम एट एयरपोर्ट. आज वहाँ जा रहे हैं, आज वहाँ जा रहे हैं, आज वहाँ जा रहे हैं, कहाँ जा रहे हैं? शादियों पे बजाने जा रहे हैं. और ये बहुत बड़े बड़े कंपोजर्स हैं. तो मुझे जो लुक डाउन अपॉन करते थे कि तू शादियों में प्ले करता है, आज वही या मैं उनके लिए ओपन कर रहा होता हूँ या कभी कभी उनके बाद भी शो कर रहा होता हूँ. सो इट्स अ बिग विन. और मैं एक न्यू जनरेशन को यही बोलूंगा, वेडिंग इंडस्ट्री, टेक इट एज अ चैलेंज. योर ऑडियंस इज योर ऑडियंस नो मैटर वॉट. Perform it like the way you want to perform for the whole lot of world. So that's kudos to wedding industry, who has given us every possible thing, who has given us the stage, the money, the flamboyance. ये English इससे ज़्यादा मैं बोल नहीं पाऊँगा. But God bless you all. God bless you all.
So we'll quickly just wrap up with the three of you. Tej, who's the next big artist or the next upcoming talent?
You know I'm not going to tell you that, right?
Okay,
Like,
upcoming talent. Someone that you really want to get and you believe is going to be a good discovery.
Look, I think I think hip hop is the most exciting thing in India right now. You know, what we're gonna see with hip hop is completely unprecedented here in India, because hip hop is an art form that is going to allow itself to be localized and regionalized. So you're going to start seeing, you know, hip hop popping up in, you know, Bhojpuri and Haryanvi, and it's already happening, you know. And I think that we have not seen a cultural movement of this scale probably ever. You know, the last time that we felt a shockwave hit like this, it was EDM. But EDM is largely instrumental, you know. And I think what we're going to see with hip hop and the way it's going to diversify itself pan India is really, really, really exciting. So I won't point to one artist in particular, but I will definitely say that for myself as a lifelong fan of hip hop as well, that's where my interest goes right now, you know, and that's what I see as
Great.
groundbreaking.
Paradox, for you, what is the next big moment that you're looking forward to?
I am in no rush to win a race or something. मैं अभी बस I'm just very young. मैं बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखना चाहता हूँ और बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस लेना चाहता हूँ, और बट यस, जो मेरा पॉइंट भी था पहले, क्योंकि मेरे साथ साथ बहुत सारे मेरे फ्रेंड्स ने स्टार्ट किया था और मैं देखता हूँ कि मतलब उनको जो जो चीज़ें फेस करनी पड़ती है, तो मैं डेफिनेटली कुछ ऐसा करना चाहता हूँ कि चीज़ मतलब कोई आर्ट फॉर्म है, वो आर्ट फॉर्म को एक एप्रिसिएशन मिले, नंबर्स और रीच, हाइप वाइप, इन सब चीज़ों को ना मिले।
वो रहेगा, but
हाँ,
that's okay.
नहीं, बट मैं डेफिनेटली कुछ करना चाहता हूँ कि जिससे क्योंकि क्या है ना, वो कैसे हो सकता है, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि चलो हमने एक प्रॉब्लम तो बता दी, सोल्यूशन क्या हो सकता है, क्योंकि ऑडियंस को ज़्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में, इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में नहीं पता कि उन्हें कैसे ये चीज़ें कैलकुलेट करनी है कि कौन सा गाना अच्छा है या कौन जेन्युइनली अच्छा कर रहे हैं, किन के पास स्किल है। आजकल जैसे कुछ भी हो सकता है वायरल, या कुछ भी हाइप जा सकती है, तो वो जब ऑडियंस को पता चलेगा हम किसी तरीके से, और हमारे आर्टिस्ट लोगों का ही काम है, हम धीरे धीरे जब उनको भी थोड़ा इस चीज़ के बारे में बताएंगे, देखो कि ये स्किल सेट होती है, ये होता है, वो होता है, ऐसे होता है, इन अ वे अपनी आर्ट फॉर्म के थ्रू में भी, तो शायद ये चीज़ हो सकती है।
Lovely.
थैंक यू।
Subir, just quickly, one last question. Have you ever thought of doing a festival with all the bands that you manage?
A festival for other band? No, I've not thought of. When I have friends like this, why should I bother? So ये लोग करेंगे ना. I'll just. keep
Okay, so
pushing
one
artists.
final follow-up question to you is, where do you see Parikrama as a band in the next 5 years, and Parikrama Inc. as a company?
So, Parikrama is an English rock band, as all of you know, and we don't do any Bollywood, Hindi stuff like that. I mean, nothing against it. I manage all Bollywood bands and stuff like that. Just that I started Parikrama for a passion that, you know, I wanted to play Floyd, Zeppelin, Purple, the bands that I've grown up listening to. So, of course, now I do all original stuff. So, we'll be still rock and rolling. Yeah? I mean, I've taken up to me, and he's going to help me this time.
I'm going to take 1 second, and I just really got to give you, you know, hat tip and full respect. NH7 would not exist without the work that you've done in this industry already. So thank you for everything that you've done, and you know, we will of course continue to be long-term friends. And
Obviously, last line I want to tell you that why I want to play NH7 again is that I was told that the younger kids are not listening to rock and roll. And we've taken it upon ourselves कि बच्चों को rock and roll सुना के ही रहेंगे. So we'll be around.
they're all
till
listening
then.
to Playboy Cardi, man, you know. But no, we'll get it right. Don't worry.
Yeah, and Subir, I have to say thank you for coming onto this panel with just a phone call. So that was really sweet.
Why do you have to thank me? You're
No,
a friend, anytime.
Because, I mean, you are you. So thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, everybody.